And welcome back, everyone, to part two of what if Joey Wheeler was a Red Eyes Black Dragon player. Last time we had him fight not just the Rare Hunter, but Esperova, and he got lucky when with the Rare Hunter fight because had it gone another turn based on how that fight went, that duel went, he would have lost that duel. He ultimately eked out the win, didn't lose any of his cards. Esperova, he just manhandled Esperova completely and utterly curb stomped his ass. So now we catch up to the aftermath of that. Joey's, beaming. He's like, all right, here we got my first located cut. And Jinzo's going to be a great addition to my deck. It's like, are you sure, Joey? I mean, you're mostly just playing red. I mean, your deck is predominantly red eyes. Predominantly, yes. Whatever that means. It is mostly red eyes, but I do have a couple other guys in there that help balance it out a little bit. Couldn't go completely red eyes. That isn't quite my style. Which, yeah, I should note that Joey isn't a 100% all the cards in his deck that are monsters are red eyes cards. For example, as we saw, he still has his Time Wizard in there. He also still has how many? By the way, someone asked for a deck list. I probably will not post a deck list, but he's gonna have Jinzo in there, and he's got one other guy. Actually, he's got two other guys in there. But yeah, this is due to the fact that we also have Lord of Dragon in there, which is not a dragon type. It's not a red eyes. It's good for red eyes, but it's not a red eyes. And we got one other guy who actually will make an appearance in this duel. Spoilers. But yeah, he's not 100% red eyes. He does have enough of other cards in that deck to help balance things out. But point being is that the kid comes, steals his deck. I'm sorry, I just really wanted to, be just like you. It's like, don't worry about it, kid, but you're gonna have to make your own deck. You can't just steal other people's. That's not right. I'm sorry. And that's all right. And then obviously he goes. Weevil's like, yeah, perfect. Hello, Joseph. Actually, that's not a bad Weevil I'm doing. Weevil's not been one I've been able to do recently. Hello, Joey. It's like, oh, Weevil. Oh, you little cockroach. All right, I guess I'm gonna have to teach you a lesson. I have 3 locator, or however many locator cards I have. I'll wager 2 of them. And 2 against it. Fine, I only got 2. Let's duel. All right, and the duel begins. Now, Joey was the first one to go, and so the duel between Joey and Rex breaks down. Joey was the first one to go. So his opening hand here consists of Grave Robber, Premature Burial, Shield and Sword, there we go, Meteor Dragon, Blackstone of Legend, and his draw is Scapegoat. Joey obviously seeing his hand goes, all right, I'll first start off by summoning my Blackstone of Legend. To which Weevil's the Blackstone of what? I've never heard of that card. Yeah, no, this is something a little new on the block for you. So let me show you how it goes. This card's got a couple of abilities under its belt. One, I can sacrifice it to special summon a Red Eyes Black Dragon from my deck. And so, he brings out the Red Eyes Black Dragon. I'm going to put that over here for right now, because that's going to actually play a factor later next turn. It's like, and Weevil's already like, I thought he wasn't playing Red Eyes. He knew about the Red Eyes. He didn't know. All right, whatever. So he got his Red Eyes out quickly. Next, I'm going to set 1 card face down and end my turn. Very well, then. And Weevil's turn comes. Weevil's turn, he plays Ice Up and Coming, Flying Commentary number 2, I think it was, which is the one that brings out other insects. Or wind-type monsters, I believe it was. In defense mode. Just try to get through this. He'll just destroy it. I'll summon an even better insect next turn. Joey draws. Is that right, huh? So it's Joey's turn. Joey draws. Joey draws his second Red Eyes Black Dragon. Puts it in his hand. Say, I'm going to activate this, my Premature Burial. What? But you only have 1 monster in your graveyard. Wait a minute. I get you figured it out, huh? You cost me a little bit of life points, 800, which brings his life points down to 3,200. But it lets me bring back any monster to the battlefield, like my Blackstone Legend. And guess what, Weevil? I'm going to sacrifice my Blackstone Legend again to summon out a second Red Eyes Black Dragon. So now, Joey is just kind of comboed hard. Just getting 2 Red Eyes out, because there's nothing to say that, but he can't use both abilities more than once a turn. One of the abilities of the Red Eyes Blackstone Legend is a graveyard effect, which lets you return it and the Red Eyes back to your deck. But, yeah, no, you can't do both of them in a turn. Doesn't matter, though. Now, Red Eyes attack is Flying Kamakiri. And it's like, I bring out my Flying Kamakiri number 2. And that's great. I'm going to roast that bug of yours. Just attack. And he just completely just annihilates it. It's like, oh, you. Very well, then. And so, Weevil is down to, oh, my. Wait a minute. Did I do this line points right? Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm looking at something right now. Oh, God, no. I just set up an entire duel realizing I miscalculated some life point shenanigans. You know what? We'll see what happens here. This would bring Weevil down to 3,100 because 2,400 minus the 5 is 9. You know what? For the sake of argument, I'm going to just say it's a random insect that has he goes for the insect he can get the most attack off because the creature is summoned in attack mode. And so let's say it has 1,600 to make the math I did correct. So he's got 3,200 life points left because I just realized he would have been wiped out within 2 turns. So now Weevil's just like, now it's Weevil's turn. Weevil draws. He does set in defense mode his ability. It's Kaseitai, which is it's a card that essentially, when it's attacked face down, which Joey's about to do, it goes for his next turn, draws Nutrient Z, then goes attack his face down card. You just attacked my Kaseta. Now instead of damaging the gates, my monster is not destroyed. But there's more. It's a parasite, Joseph. It attaches itself to your Spike Dragon. Now at the beginning of your standby base, I'll gain life points equal to half its attack. It's like, that might be true, but that won't matter if I wipe you out first. Inferno Fire Blast! It's like, which brings Weevil down to a full think words here. 800 life points left. He goes and he then draws his next card. It's Starmark Ladybug. He's doing the damnedest he can to stay alive right now because he just doesn't have the cards set up yet for this. So it's now Joey's turn. Joey draws his, I believe the next draw, was Kunai with Chain. So he puts it in his hand for the time being. It's like, all right, attack, Red Eyes! Attacks a Starmark Ladybug, 4-star Ladybug, I believe it is, or Starmarked Ladybug. Dies. When it dies and it's flipped, you gain 500 life. Given the 1,200 Weevil gains, that means his life points went all the way up to 2,500, so he's got 100 life points left. Joey decides to set one card just to be safe. It decides Kunai with Chain just to be safe, and he ends his turn. So now it's Weevil's turn. And Weevil's turn, he has Pinch Hopper. So he sets Pinch Hopper, he ends his turn. Joey's turn comes again, and he draws Time Wizard. Now, Time Wizard, hypothetically, could win him the game right here. But that comes at a severe risk, because he'd risk wiping out all of his... It would not be worth it. It's just not. Joey decides to set one more card with his Nutrient Z. They're going to currently be sitting right over here. Here we go, nice and comfy. So everything is visible for you folks. So Red Eyes attacks again. Pinch Hopper is activated. Should note that Weevil goes up to 1,300. Now, here's where Joey theoretically would have just won the duel, but I wanted to kind of lengthen it out. Let's just hypothetically say he has another Pinch Hopper in his hand. Let's just hypothetically say that. So he has Pinch Hopper, brings out another Pinch Hopper, Red Eyes attacks that again. This is where he brings out Larva Moth and starts his ultimate play here. He draws, he plays Cocoon Evolution on it. Then he activates, the, I believe, is it Parasite or Side or something like that, which brings out the Parasite. He activates the Parasite that's in Joey's deck, which makes him lose 1,000 life points, bringing Joey down to 3,200 right now, or 2,200 right now, which sucks for Joey. It also makes all of his insects, all his creatures insects. So he's pissed off, like, you little... It's like, fine, don't worry about me. I'm gonna wipe the floor with you this turn. You've got nothing, Weevil. So Joey draws. He draws Red Eye Spirit, puts that in his hand for the time being, anyway. So he goes into attack, but then Weevil activates the insect barrier. And that's not good. Now, but not all my monsters are insects now. It's like, hey, that's right. It's like, oh, you little worm. And it's like, yeah, I prefer. That's not nice, Joseph. I prefer to be called an intelligent little termite. And so, yeah, Joey's kind of just screwed at the moment. And so, Joey has to pass his turn. Weevil just summons Leguel and starts attacking him, which means he now goes down to 1900 on the first attack. Joey can't do anything. So Joey draws. He draws Red Eyes Wyvern, summons it to the battlefield, and we're just gonna put you over Nutrient Z for right now. It can't do anything, but Joey is still, he's still, I think words here. He is still filling out his field because right now he's got to do something. He also sets his Red Eye Spirit just to be safe. And then he ends his turn. Leguel attacks again. This would bring Joey down to 1500. Joey draws his next card, which would be where Red Eye's Black Chick summons it, sacrifices it to bring out his third and final. Where are you? Oh, from his hand. It's in my hand. Red Eye's Black Dragon. So now he's got a full field. He can't do anything else at this time. But he's and even Weevil, even though as confident as Weevil is, it's a little like. So Weevil then it's now Weevil's turn, and it's at this point that the perfectly ultimate Great Moth is summoned to the battlefield. And let's just get a quick, there it is. Look at it, and it's all its beautiful glory. I remember pulling that card as a kid in the game that you could get it in. And so the perfectly ultimate Great Moth is summoned. And just like in the original, it goes straight for Joey's parasite. Now, Joey only has a grand total right now of about, and I might have mistracked the life a little bit, but between 1800 and 1500. That's not good. And Parasite has only got 500 attack. He's about to lose pretty much everything in one go. Except for the little card he has here known as, that's not what I want to do. There we go. Except for the little card he has here called Nutrient Z, which, for those of us who need a reminder, which, look, I don't think anyone watching this needs a reminder, but when you're about to lose 2,000 or more life points, which Joey is definitely about 3,000 to be precise, you gain 4,000 prior to that. And so he activates it, which, let's just say he was down to 15. This means that he is able to not only take the attack, but is actually able to survive, to actually get a boost in his life points from that, because he would gain 1,000 from that, which puts him back up to anywhere between 28 to 2,500. Weevil ends his turn not thinking about Leguel for the time being. So now it's Joey's turn. Joey draws Rocket Warrior, who right now does not play a factor in the fight. Except, well, no, he still can't play a factor in the fight. Now, granted, none of Joey's monsters are now under the effect of insect barrier, so he can attack, which is great because I forgot to mention where Weevil's life points are at the moment. And to be fair, they are pretty high. Weevil's life points at the moment would be at, where did I write it down? So this is where he drew Rocket Warrior. Weevil's life points would be at 6,100 right now. So when the Red Eyes comes in, attacks Leguel to prevent any more life shenanigans. And yeah, Leguel only has 300 attack. Weevil takes 2,100, bringing him down to 4,000. So now it's Joey's turn, and Joey leaves his monsters in attack mode. And he's like, you made a mistake, Joey, though. You left your monsters in attack mode. Perfectly ultimate Great Moth attack! It's like, I don't think so, Weevil. Activate Counter Chain, which has 2 effects. It can be treated as an equip card, and it puts a monster into defense mode on the opponent's side of the field. Ultimate Great Moth goes to defense. One of his Red Eyes that isn't equipped with the damn leech gets to gain 500 attack and is treated as an equip card. So it's now there. So now he's like, you little, and it's like, yes, don't forget, Joseph, I still gained 1,200 attack points from your red eyes. It's like, it's like, don't think I don't forget. So now he's at 5,200, while Joey's currently at about, let's just say 25, so I'm not getting, I'm not messing up here. And now we get to the end of the duel, folks. Why is it the end of the duel? Well, Joey ended up, I don't put the card here just for sake of sake. Joey ended up drawing Pot of Greed, which gave him 2 cards. Polymerization, which is big old important card here. And the other big old important card here is Red Eyes Darkness Dragon. And so, Joey, going to just wreck his shop, goes for, I'm going to first activate from my hand, Polymerization, using my Media Dragon with my Red Eyes Black Dragon that's equipped with your parasite to summon out my Media Black Dragon. Well, where are you? Come there. It's Media Black Dragon. Now, Battle Facility rules means this thing can't attack, so there is that. But we're not done yet, folks. Oh, nay, nay, nay. See, next up, I'm going to sacrifice the Red Eyes that's not equipped with Kunai with Chain to bring out my Red Eyes Darkness Dragon. What? And Weevil's now just flipping the hell out. Then I'm going to activate my face-down card, Red Eyes Spirit, which special summons a Red Eyes from my graveyard. And then Weevil's now looking down the barrel of 5 Red Eyes monsters, 2 of which are already standard Red Eyes, 1 of which can't attack, but it's 35. And then the remaining one has Blackstone Legend, Red Eyes Black Chick, 1 Red Eyes Dragon, 1 Meteor Dragon. Did I miss anything? Hold on, let me just check. I'm pretty sure that's it. So that's 4 other dragons in the grave right there. Actually, no. Hold on 1 second. I want to be sure I get the math right, because Joey would still... There's a way to one-turn this. It's just, you need to think on it for a second. Joey has 1 Red Eyes, 1 Red Eyes Black Chick, 1 Blackstone Legend, 1 Meteor Black in the graveyard. That's 1,200 attack points right there that he's gaining, which would put him at 3,600. If the other Red Eyes had stayed in the grave, it actually would have been 3,900. And then you could have just used Red Eyes Spirit anyway, but he could still get over the perfectly ultimate Great Moth. Oh, and I should get rid of the poly. Which he does. So he attacks into the perfectly ultimate Great Moth, which makes him lose 100 life points, bringing him down to 5,000. Then the Red Eyes Wyvern attacks for 1,800, booming him in the face. And then the final 2, Double Inferno Fire Blast! It's like, no! And then Weevil is completely and utterly wrecked. And so, look, I don't think Joey's going to be stupid enough in this version to actually put Insect Queen, or if and when he beats Mako, Legendary Fisherman, into his deck, because there was no reason to be putting him into his deck. Yeah, he had rare cards, but they did not aid his deck at all, even in Battle City, and they certainly wouldn't aid here. Jinzo is the one exception to the rule, because Jinzo is one of those cards you can slide in literally, unless you're running a trap-specific strategy, you can slide Jinzo into literally any deck, and it works. Just because it shuts down every trap. Even hand traps wouldn't work, because hand traps in terms of trap cards that you can activate from your hand, not like cards that are hand traps like Karibo, which is technically a hand trap, or something you discard a non-trap card that has like a trap effect. But Joey Duel wins the duel. Now, obviously, the rare hunters are still keeping an eye on Joey and the gang, and obviously, you get to the point where Kaiba challenges him, or he tries to challenge Kaiba. And to be fair, this Joey would stand probably a much better shot against Kaiba here than he would in the original. But that is the end of this particular part of the What If. We will join us back again where we do with Mako and briefly go over the duel with Yugi and Joey. Again, I'm not going to go over that duel because there's no real point in it. We know Joey's going to be saved. The changes that are in the deck probably aren't anything major, even though they probably would actually look at Joey's deck and say, hey, oh no, he's actually got a pretty powerful deck. It's just we're going to put some direct damage cards that were specifically banned because they're direct damage cards in there. Anyway, I digress. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you folks for the next one.